bit about the sports. Yes, and remember this age that when we were child. Yes, and those games that we play with our friends, neighbors, or relatives. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing you my screen because I want that you see this part because I'm going to talk about some games that maybe yes, maybe no, you know the meaning into English. Yes. Okay. So the idea is that you're going to answer me. Uh, what did you play when you were a child? Yes. So here in this screen, you see some examples of activities or games that we do in our free time with our friends in that age that was very special and that we would like to be again. Yes. So I don't know who wants to start, but tell me, what did you play when you were a child?
When I was a child, I used to play hide and seek.
Okay, yes.
Yes, I had my brother. He's 18 months older than I,
Uh-huh.
and we used to play a lot. And also, I don't know how to say jump in the line, like
Jumping the rope.
excuse me.
Jumping the rope.
Yes, jumping the rope.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you used to make a horse with that we made at home.
The
Uh,
horse?
yes, we make a horse and run around the house.
Ah, okay. With the stick of the sweeper?
Yes. And what else? And we used to climb in the trees, on trees.
Oh, excellent. I enjoyed that too.
Yes, that was all, teacher.
And so you play only with your brother?
Some neighbors too, because we had the same age.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember that my brother, when we climbed trees, my brother used to climb on top.
Ah,
After
okay.
the other boy, and at the end the girls.
Oh, so it was like a hierarchy, hierarchy. Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's nice. And when did you, or what days did you play with your brother and neighbors?
What days?
Yes, or
I
when, in which
think
moment of the day?
I think it was, I don't remember why I was like all that time. Maybe before school I was little, very little,
Mm-hmm.
and normally after midday.
Okay, after midday, so
Yes,
not in the afternoon.
in the afternoon. Yes.
Yes, because in my case, for example, Fridays and Saturdays, we used to play till 11 p.m. You see, so and it was spectacular. Those times were spectacular. But nowadays, things have changed, and now they don't play near to the neighborhood because there are some houses that don't accept the noisy
Mm-hmm.
or that they hit the bars or the windows. So they prefer to stay doing another kind of activities, like for example, in the culture house or in the parks, in the public parks. Yes, but not here around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. And what about you, Karen or Nadia? Who wants to continue? Okay, Karen.
Okay, teacher, I am Nadia.
Okay, Nadia.
I don't know, teacher, when I was a little, I was very sedentary.
Oh,
So I was not one of those children who like to play a lot. Besides, I didn't live almost home and in school. I only played it in educación física,
physical education.
physical education classes. But I didn't like them. So I don't remember many plays to my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, until now, I am doing exercise, but uh, before not.
Like you didn't. So
Yes.
you never play Jermis. Yes,
No,
the game.
teacher. The first picture.
Yes, this one that is consisting that you form a tower using the taps of the beer or the soda, and with a ball you threw it and you start running, and the one group needs to put the file or the tower again, and the other group didn't let. So it was so funny. You didn't play it.
No, teacher. I didn't
It's a
play that.
shame. It's a shame that because those ages were magnificent.
Okay, teacher. I try to play now with my nephews.
Ah, but okay, that's okay. And now you can see that it's amazing to share with them and doing these kind of things because it's something that you'll never do again.
Yes.
Okay, but that's good because you are trying to help your nephews to do exercise and to do some activities totally different from the ones that they can develop in the school.
Yes, yes, because it's a different play.
Yes,
So today the children are playing in the PlayStation or Xbox, or so it's important to invite them to play outside.
yes, that's right. For example, so maybe because in the city it's a little complicated to play hide and seek, yes, but maybe it's possible to jump in the rope or maybe the hopping scotch. That is this one, yes. With that you use a shawl, can you put the numbers on the pavement or on the floor, and then you put at the end heaven or hell, and you start hopping and hopping and picking up the little stone or the little tap that you use to pass from this. Because do you? So I don't know if Karen and Stella played hop scotch, but it was so funny. Okay, Karen.
Um, when I was when I was kid, I used to play. I don't know, is Frozen, congelados, Frozen.
Ah, okay. Yes, I remember.
Yes, they that had a lot of ways to play with flag uh, on the floor, bajo tierra. I don't know,
Under
under
underground.
underground,
Mm,
the normal that you can play, and I used to hide
mm-hmm.
with my brother and my cousin
Yes. Uh-huh.
and play soccer.
Oh, you played soccer. I played soccer too, but when okay, in my neighborhood and also in the school when I was in the high school.
Yes, I used to play that, but I had a classmate that was
Uh-huh.
very rude in that.
Oh my God. So
Then
you
I
couldn't play this, freely.
yes, they was very aggressive
Yes. Uh-huh.
with the ball and all things like that. Then
Oh.
I bueno, prefería play with the boys because they was more uh, more softly. Sometimes
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And when did you play? So in which time of the day you played? In the morning,
I
in the afternoon?
when was opportunity in
Oh,
the
okay.
morning, in the afternoons. Yeah, I don't in the school, in the high school. Sometimes with my family on the weekend.
At weekend.
Yes, at weekends we used to
Oh,
play.
Oh, but that's good that your family play with you. In my case, when I played the journeys or hide and seek, some of our parents played with us, and we enjoyed it too much because they were there together with us, and we played till 11. Or especially in those times, the light was not the same quality that nowadays, so there were times that there were blackouts, so
Yes.
it was more interesting to play with them all together in the street. Yes, and because here is it's a closed street, so it was freely to play, and there were no danger. And of course, because in that age or in that time there were no many houses here, so we could hide anywhere, and it was fantastic. I spent
Yes, it's true.
I need to say that I enjoyed my childhood too much, and I would like to stay again in that age because you needn't you don't need to worry for your task or for responsibilities that now as an adult you have. Yes,
Yes, it's true. Yes,
so
I like the cycle bike.
yes.
Yes, I sometimes I go with my brother because my brother really loves that. But I am a little lazy for this.
Yes. Okay. What do you think is the most played game around the world? What do you think is the game or the sport most played in the world or around the world or in Colombia?
Soccer?
Karen says soccer. What did you say, Nadia?
Yes, I agree with Karen. The soccer is the most important in the world and in Colombia.
Teacher, I think the also is soccer
Yes.
because it is around the world.
Uh-huh. And in Colombia, do you think that soccer is the most um, frequently a sport that families and people practice?
Yes, teacher, I think so in Colombia too. Like from the since children are small until adults, they play football.
Okay, and in this sport, it's included the women.
Excuse me, teacher.
In this sport is included the women from past years to now.
Uh, right now, yes, but years ago, not. Even I know that in my town there is a woman who is doing that sport, and it is like international, I think.
Okay, that's excellent to hear that because the role of a woman in the sports were difficult. So
Yes,
there were
always.
many sports that it was or they weren't accepted.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. In which sports is the women presented from the last century and from now?
I didn't understand,
For
teacher.
that teacher, I'm sorry.
Excuse me one moment, please. I fix this. The idea of my question is in which sports is the women presented? So from the last century to or till now, so that we can see maybe videos or books about the history of the women, and we could see that she was presented in sports, that they participate in sports or games or competitions.
The first one?
No, not exactly if it is the first woman or not, but in which sports she was presented.
Okay, I think in many sports, but maybe they have a reconnaissance in the world, maybe in tennis. Eh,
Okay, yes, tennis.
I don't remember in the here in Colombia, patinaje.
Roller skating.
Okay, roller skating. And in gimnastas, very important women are famous for la I don't know how do you say uh,
Gymnastic.
gymnastic.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. What else, Karen and Estela? Would you like to add something else, another
Uh,
sport?
the BMX, Mariana Pajon.
Okay, yes. This is a common, like 3 or 4 years ago. Yes,
Yes,
it
I am not
became
sure.
popular.
Yes, and the in soccer, the selection
The
of
Colombian selection team.
yes, they was in champion.
Okay, in a champion league.
Yes, they won. I am not sure, but they won some cup in I don't know if is um Paraguay or the team was Paraguay. I don't remember good.
For Brazil.
Yes, yes.
Brazil. Yes, because there is not something strange that Brazil be the ones, yes, winning prizes in the sports. They are good sport, sport people. No, Brazil have many good sport people.
Yes, like Neymar.
Uh-huh, for example. Stella, would you like to add any other?
Yes, teacher. But not right now, but years ago, and also until now, but no as before. Weightlifting,
Okay, yes. Uh-huh.
cycling,
Yes.
and boxing too. I remember when I was small, it was like boxing and cycling. But cycling until now with this boy from Boyacá, uh,
Nairo.
Nairo, yes.
But
And
but in that age was the women was presented in cycling and in boxing.
boxing, I think yes, but I don't remember. It's not as men, but yes, a little bit. Not as men, but yes, a little bit. In weightlifting, there is an important woman. I don't know the name.
Do you know Karen or Nadia, the name of the woman who she won a prize, a trophy, a very big trophy? Yes, in the Olympic Games, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, it's a I hope to say that they.
In
Urrutia.
which
Yes,
sport?
yes. Urrutia.
Yes, Urrutia. I don't remember the name in this moment, but I remember the last name, Urrutia.
María
Yes.
Isabel Urrutia.
Yes, and
Okay.
also in boxing, maybe not in Colombia, but around the world, there is a lot of women that practice boxing.
Oh, yes, because maybe in Colombia it's a synonym of like feminism, yes, and the maleness exist, yes. So
Or maybe it's a movie that I saw. I don't remember. Maybe it's a movie.
no, I think that there are some parts of the world could be possible, but not as boxing, or maybe as boxing, but maybe in the United States or in Asia. Yes, in those places that they use the martial, yes, the the martial arts is the name, the martial arts. It's possible that in those cities or countries existed the women playing this sport, boxing. Yes. So we need to investigate and search, and then we can share about this. If maybe we are wrong, or if maybe we are right, or it was our dream, or it was about a movie.
And teacher, and about skating, a lot of women practice that women
Yes,
skating,
yes,
and
skating.
also in javelin throw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There is women too.
In
El
also
lanzamiento
in,
de jabalina.
yes,
How to say that?
yes, javelin is okay.
Uh-huh.
Javelin. Also in running, athleticism,
Yes, yes.
and in high jump. Yes,
Mhm.
we have some Colombian women that are excellent in high jumping.
I think teacher with the time, like a lot of women do things that years ago only men used to do.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And they had the opportunity to improve. Yes, to improve the records.
Yes.
And when you were a child, or when you were adolescents, did you play spin? It is a game especially for men, yes, for boys, that consists in a, it's a like an oval plastic element, or could be wood, and it has a needle or a point, and you use a string, and you threw it, and then it started to run and round and round, like spin,
Teacher, I don't
spin
remember
and
that.
spin. No, it's
What is the name in Spanish?
el trompo.
Ah,
Spin,
trompo.
trompo.
Yes, I used to do that because I used to play a lot of things that my brother used to do. Because we were alone, and then I had to play what he wanted. And it's like also, and what's the movies that he used to watch, I had to do that.
Oh my God.
And we used to play that, and I learned to do that.
Yes, I played too. Nadia, did you play spin maybe? Or you didn't? Neither.
No, teacher, I didn't. My nephew, yeah, they play spin, but I didn't. I don't know how to mate.
Okay, you need to ask to your nephew that help you, and yes, show you how you can do it, because
Yeah.
you can do it. I think that adults can do it. It's not something complicated. And Karen, did you play?
My father and my brother was teach me, but no, it was not good for that.
You
And
were
I
terrible.
try it, but no, I am
But
so
You
bad for
you
that.
you
we can
broke
try
many
now.
windows. Yes, you broke many windows, and it was not possible.
I used to play pickies.
Ah, okay, the marbles.
Yes, with my brother.
That is nice.
Ah,
He
yes,
still with my pickies, but
yes.
was
My dad, he has a collection of marbles. He has a not a big, but a considered box, plastic box with some of them, and he doesn't allow to my children, to my child, to play with them.
yes, my father when he has a bottle of that.
He had, or he has.
He had because my brother lose all.
Oh,
And
that's something the same.
yes, then he already don't play that. I don't know why.
No, because the time passes, and all the habits that we had finished, some of them.
Yes,
Yes,
but my brother don't play too.
neither.
Mm,
Mm,
yes, they
uh,
now the marbles are
uh-huh.
in the como en una pecera con una matica.
Ah, okay. So it's like a decoration.
Yes,
Decoration.
Oh no, excellent, excellent because it is doing something nice, something important. Yes, so it's good.
yes, I have to play with the plant.
Or with the fish, and maybe the
Yes,
fish can answer you.
yes, but I in the first time I used to play a lot, but after my finger, no, for make the ball move,
Mm-hmm.
begins to hurt.
Oh my God! So you were very fanatic of that game. Hours
But
and hours playing that.
yes, but I enjoy it. But I was very I don't know. I was playing with enthusiasm.
Yes.
Yes, but I was very bad. Then always I lost my marbles. Then they
Uh-huh. What about Tejo? Have you ever played Tejo? Because this is another sport and this is a Colombian sport, yes?
I
Especially
did.
for those in Boyacá.
I did.
Were you good in that? Were
And
in
I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I think, but we used to do that only in family, nothing outside. It's just family, and I find it very fun. I like it.
Yes, I enjoy it too much. And here, my mother and with the peers, the fellows at work, they play it on Saturday, so that the end of a month, especially in November and December, and they let us to play us. So it was a really good time that we had. And Nadia, did you play Tejo once in your life?
Yes, teacher, I play with my mother because she was a very a great player to Tejo. In his
Wow.
work, she was in a team.
Uh-huh.
So she has two tejos, and I don't like it so much because the sound when
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't know how do you say mecha pólvora estalla.
Uh-huh.
For me is very strenuous, but she like it so much, so I accompanied her, but I don't like it.
Oh, I really like when the sounds of the gunpowder. You can use gunpowder for to say pólvora. Yes,
Okay.
gunpowder. Yes, I really enjoyed that. And my mother was a lucky person. She was not an expert, but she had the luck to explode many of them. And my father sometimes, but my mother was better than him. And in with Karen, did you play or your family play Tejo?
yes, my father is the master in that.
Oh, excuse me. So Nadia's mother and your father can present or do a match.
Yes, he is
Sorry.
very good for that. And I had I learned since 4 months, more or
Uh-huh.
less. I am new in that. In the when I was learning, I was very dangerous because uh, I threw the tejo like a rock.
Okay.
Then that falls in the ground, or maybe in the foods of the other people.
Oh my God.
But After that, I learned I am not good for the bueno la puntería,
Okay.
but I try and I enjoy it.
Yes. You don't have a good your vision doesn't catch the target. Yes. Your vision
Yes,
goes or aim to another point.
yes, I had explored just one match in the last game that
Mhm.
was like 2 hours. I just explode one.
Oh, but it's okay. So it's better one than the anyone.
Yes, but it was very funny because I throw the tejo and
Uh-huh.
explode the mecha. And I scared about that.
Yes, of course. But it's nice. It's because the environment or the place where they put the I don't know how do you say that. How do you say it into Spanish? La cancha de tejo. ¿Cómo se le llama?
Sí, la cancha. Es que
Sí, la
fue muy
cancha.
chistoso porque yo la boté y pues yo la boté y eso apenas toteó. Yo salí y fui a correr porque pues yo no sabía que la había toteado.
Mhm.
Tía y salí a correr.
I don't know if fuse would be possible for nature. I'm going to write in the chat. I don't know if fuse is good to say mecha. Yes. If it is
Yes.
the synonym of the ones that we use to play tejo. Yes, because there are some other examples, but it is about something related to hair,
Yes.
and of course it's totally different. What about Rana? I don't know if it is game. Did you
No,
play it?
no, I really don't. I don't understand that game, and I don't like.
Stella, did you play it?
Yes, teacher. I remember maybe as soon as I finished secondary school, there were places, and it is fun too. Um, and but I think about that kind of sports. The funny thing about it is just the people who is around you. That is all. Like depend of the people, depend of the group. You enjoy it or you don't.
Yes, that's true. And in every game, maybe the game is very it's a boring game, but if you have people around you that is funny and make the joke and enjoy it, you can have a good time. But if the game is interesting, but they don't like the attitude is not good, so it doesn't work.
Yes, teacher, is that.
Yes, I understand you. And as a teachers, we have to pass for these kind of things. When we develop or when we create activities to enjoy with them, like games or cardboard games or using the whiteboard, you're going to see that some of your students will enjoy them, but others they're going to be upset or not paying attention to the activity.
Yes, teacher.
And you, Nadia, did you play Rana?
No teacher, but I remember that my uncles played it, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember they put a phosphor. I don't remember
A match?
a match in the mouth of the rana.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know is if they I don't lanzaban
Through
through the arrow,
the ring?
the ring. If you uh, throw maybe the match, you win. It's
Okay.
like a at the game, el premio mayor.
I don't remember that program. It was a program, or it is
No,
the
no, teacher.
game?
For example, my uncles, when they play, they put in the mouth of the rana a match.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So when they play, they lanzaban the
Yeah.
ring, through the ring, the match se encendía.
Ah, okay, lit.
It's like embocinada in tejo. In the rana is the like the match.
Ah, okay.
They play that form. I don't know.
I don't remember having seen that game like this. But could be because in many regions it is totally different, right?
Yes,
And in Villavicencio, it's a usual, or it's common to see people playing tejo, or they don't play tejo.
I don't know, teacher, because my dad he lived there around 1 year ago, so I don't know many things of Villavicencio.
Mm-hmm.
But the people there is more interesting in Coleo with
Uh-huh.
the cows and horse.
Okay, yes, yes, you're right. Because this is a common sport, because they take this like an sport, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Are you a sport fan, Nadia?
Excuse me, teacher.
Are you a sport fan?
Yes, teacher. I like so much the cycling
Ah, okay. So you
and
follow Nairos Quintana racing?
yes, I hope to watch in the Giro de Italy and the Vuelta a España. I try to watch always.
Oh.
But I like Nairo, I like Esteban Chávez, Rigoberto Urán,
Uh-huh.
Edgar Bernal. They are very important cyclists to Colombia. But I like too the soccer, football.
And you have a team? What is your team?
In Colombia, Millonarios.
Okay.
And in out to Colombia, maybe the Arsenal or the Milan.
Oh,
For me,
it's
are
from
very
Spain?
very good. Excuse me, teacher.
They are from Spain?
Arsenal is English, is British, is
Okay.
and Milan is Italian team.
Ah, I'm lost. No, it's because I don't like I don't like soccer. I'm not a fan of any of them. Neither the Colombian.
I don't like it, but around 4 years ago, when the Mundial,
The
the
World
Mundial,
Cup?
the
The
World
World
Cup,
Cup?
I watch with my brother and my father, and I don't know, I like it.
You
Then
found interested?
yes, teacher.
No, okay. And you, Stella, are you a sport fan?
No, teacher. As football, I don't really like it. I just know a few words about it, as this boy that is number 10. Uh,
Yes. Is
I
James?
forgot the
I don't
name.
know.
What is his name?
Is James Karen or
James, yes,
James?
James.
Yes.
I just know a few things about him. No more. That is all that I know.
But any other sport that maybe you feel that you're a fan or no? Or absolutely no.
No, teacher, no, I am not.
Okay. And you, Karen?
No, I don't. I sometimes I used to watch Nairo.
Okay.
Uh, the soccer, I don't like the soccer. I just like to play, but no, don't say I don't like. I don't know. It's
Oh,
very stressing.
yes, yes, and you make effort and you, as you said, stress yourself in your house, trying that the other man do something, and then it makes another thing. Yes, so you get stressful and tired, of course. So yes, I understand you totally. I understand. Mhm.
Yes, no, I don't have team, and nothing about that. I don't have.
Mhm. Okay, so here I'm going to show you. These are two short videos, and they are, the first one is the top five, only five, the most sports played in the world. Yes, maybe there are some others, but here they present only five. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the extreme sports. Okay, some of the top 10 extreme sports around the world, and then we can talk about a little bit of them. Okay, so can you see here?
Yes,
Can
teacher.
you?
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
so here we go.
5. Volleyball. You might not have expected it, but on the fifth spot is volleyball. Volleyball is a simple game and this is the reason for its popularity. It is most popular in the developing regions of the world such as Turkey, Korea, Poland, Brazil, Italy, France, and many other European and African countries. In Asia, the game restricts to the countries like China and Japan. With 900 million global following and over 200 national federations registered, volleyball is the fifth most popular sport and has the most registered federations than any other sport. 4. Tennis. With 1 billion fans from all around the globe, tennis is the fourth most followed sport. The previous three were all team games, whereas tennis is the first individual game in the list. The largest competitions of the tennis are the 4 Grand Slams. The unique thing about tennis is that there is gender equality. In all other sports, like football or cricket, women's competitions don't have the significance that men's have. In tennis, all competitions, whether ladies will be competing or gentlemen, have equal prize money and are considered equally significant. 3. Field hockey. With a fan following of 2 billion people, a majority from Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia, hockey secures the third spot in our list of top 10 most popular sports in the world. Hockey is the national sport of Pakistan and is most popular in the South Asian region that includes countries like India, Pakistan, China, and Malaysia. A decade ago, it was widely played in Pakistan and India but has fallen from the grace as there aren't any significant opportunities left on the professional level as much as in other games like football and cricket. 2. Cricket. There is no dispute about which is the most popular sport in the world. It is definitely soccer and everyone agrees. But there are some disputes regarding the second place and according to our list, it is cricket. The game has a fan following of 2.5 billion people around the globe. There are a number of regions where people are even unaware of the existence of cricket. Australia, South Asia, South Africa, and the United Kingdom are the places where cricket is the most played, both on street level and professional level. The immense rivalry of Pakistan and India is one of the most watched games in the world after FIFA World Cup final and the Spanish El Clasico. Cricket may not be generating big revenues like other sports, but in the areas where it is played, cricket is nothing less than an absolute passion and a matter of life and death for the fans and the players. 1. Football or soccer? Well, it shouldn't be a surprise that the most popular and watched game on the globe is football or soccer, with a following of almost almost 4 billion fans from every continent, the sport remains at the top with no other game coming close to it. Europe is the main hub of football where the game is played at the most competitive level. The biggest competition in the club football is the UEFA Champions League, in which Europe's elite clubs compete for the silverware and loads of cash. A total of $1.5 billion is given away in the competition to all the participating teams, which is the highest prize money for a competition in all sports. Moreover, the most watched competition in the history has been the World Cup 2014. Stats show that a total of 770 million viewers.
Okay, this is about the top 5. Then you can say that if you agree or if you think that there are any others, or we can compare in Colombia. Now here it's the top 10 of the extreme sports.
These are all about the gnarly rides and epic sails. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 extreme sports. For this list, we're looking at recognized extreme sports that involve a bit of skill, technique, and intelligence. So with all due respect to the running of the bulls, it involves running and attentiveness. That event didn't make our list. Number 10, bull riding.
Play the game, you take the pain, you know the dangers, and you're willing to pay for it to do what you love doing.
So you think you're a tough guy, eh? Well, let's see you last 8 seconds getting your ass or twig and berries handed to you on top of a raging bull. Some people get their kicks by running away from such beasts. But whether you're an American rider or one overseas, there's nothing quite like the intensity of preparing for and executing this challenge.
You step off of one of those bulls, you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof.
It takes a certain breed to sustain this kind of lifestyle, and while people flock to events to see bull riders do their thing, there's not much they can do when the bull hits the fan.
And all of a sudden, going from perfect to horrible.
Number 9, volcano surfing.
I push on. Moments later, I'm ascertaining down the promise.
The advent of this 21st century extreme sport has been credited to Zoltan Istvan, and it involves a bumpy ride to the dark side of an actual volcano. That's right, a couple thousand years ago, the poor residents of Pompeii were essentially buried alive thanks to Mount Vesuvius. And now, adventurers fight back against volcanoes, so to speak, by getting all up in their business. Times have changed, of course, but one must always be aware of getting all carved up by chunks of ash and flying debris. Oh, yeah, the explosive lava is something to think about as well. Number 8, ice climbing.
It's a 100-meter vertical ice shield, nearly rock hard because the sun never hits it.
We all know that mountain climbing is for pansies, right? So that's why this slippery sport has gained such momentum in recent years. You're kidding, of course, as both rock and ice climbers are equally adventurous and crazy. Whether you prefer alpine ice or water ice, basic laws of nature apply when climbing up a frozen waterfall. One does not simply ice climb. One comes ready with all the appropriate gear, prepared for perhaps the most exhilarating feeling in the world, and maybe a nasty fall. Number 7, highlining.
Look at
Some
that.
of you may already highline on a daily basis, but probably not quite like this.
My name is Philippe Petit. I'm a wire walker.
Featured in the 2015 film The Walk, highlining is the form of slacklining that is done at challenging heights. The sport requires some intellect when setting up the anchor points, and of course, one must be in tip-top shape and be able to focus too, as the ultimate fail would be plummeting to your certain death. It's only been since 2010 that slacklining has really become popular, particularly in the form known as tricklining, and it builds on the examples of past high-wire artists for more creative expressions of freedom. Number 6, skateboarding. Alright, so skateboarding probably doesn't seem that extreme these days. At least, not if you're at the Bart Simpson it's faster than walking skill level. But every self-respecting skater knows that some broken bones are necessary if you want to call yourself the real deal. You don't really need to explain the essence of this extreme sport, as YouTube has become a haven for countless skateboarding fails, and also some rather impressive feats. The activity is something of a gateway sport for extreme individuals, and a culture in its All right. Do I skate or you don't? Number 5, creeking, also known as steep creeking. Sure, one may enjoy kayaking or canoeing, but that doesn't necessarily mean you enjoy literal downward spirals off waterfalls. But if this does sound like you, then you're a creeker. Congrats on having a name. What do you need besides a kayak and a death wish? Well, a first aid kit might come in handy, and you'll certainly need a throw bag and face mask. Those living in the Appalachians have come to know creeking all too well, and there's nothing like experiencing a first descent, whether it's your own or with somebody else. Beware of chicken heads and sieves, and always creek with confidence. Number 4, ice cross downhill, also known as downhill ice cross.
I'm high in my life right now. It's nothing like it.
The average person typically struggles when trying to lace up a pair of ice skates, and even more so with the actual act of skating. But if you grew up playing hockey and know how to maintain a certain balance, then you'll find some value with ice cross downhill.
Holy moly! Do you think they can go any faster than me?
Here's what happens. Skaters shoot down a walled track and try not to break their asses. It's just like downhill skiing, except with sharp skates and hard ice. As you can imagine, the average ice cross downhill fail will make anyone wince, especially if you happen to be executing the failure in question. Number 3, motocross.
Gotta always jump something.
Speaking of ice, the one and only Vanilla Ice once reigned supreme in this extreme sport, as he was reportedly a 3-time Grand National Champion in Dallas.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja, go Ninja, go!
You could say that motocross was the next step up for skaters during the 80s, along with BMX riding. Numerous sub-competitions have emerged from this vehicular activity, whether it be freestyle, supercross, or whatever competitors come up with next. Some fly high while others keep it low, but motocross has long been a favorite among your more liberal motorcycle enthusiasts. Number 2, free climbing. Now the big question. Are you an aid climber or a free climber? Not sure? Well, if you're the former, you'll need some help reaching your destination. But if you're the latter, then you're on your own. Literally.
You commit, you're like, I'm doing this, here I go. But then after like a couple hours of being all committed, you're like, man, I'm tired.
Sure. Free climbers take the appropriate measures to prevent, death. But the point of it all centers on the trendy concept of do-it-yourself.
There's always that one glance down inside of the corner of your eye. So once you make the turn and look, you're like, oh man, I am high.
When you're a kid, you climb trees. But if you're an experienced free climber, you reach a bit higher. Some question the motivation of free climbers, which does make sense, but perhaps you just don't understand the feeling of exhilaration.
It's be sort of like asking a gymnast what they're thinking about while they're doing the routine. Ideally, they're just executing it perfectly.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1, wingsuit flying, also known as wingsuiting. If you're too scared to skydive or base jump, then you definitely won't be wingsuit flying. With the suit itself emerging in various forms since the late 90s, one may actually transform into a Birdman, a Batman, or even a squirrel, depending on your stylistic preferences while practicing this sport. Of course, a parachute will be needed for a safe landing, and you may also need a hefty set of balls or a sturdy pair of ovaries. The arrival of jet-powered wingsuits in recent years, there's no telling how this extreme sport will evolve for space oddities in the coming decades. You agree with our list? What's your favorite extreme sport?
You just have to hang on and, figure it out and fight.
For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
It might not be the toughest route in the world, but given that most people would be happy just to make it up a flight of stairs dressed like this, pretty good effort.
Okay, girls. You watch it? So let me know. Do you agree with the top five about sports in the world, or would you like to add any other or change one for another one?
Teacher, I will change to most of them.
Yes. Okay. Tell me. Let us know.
Teacher, because I realized that a lot of people will die doing that.
Yes, that's true. Mm-hmm.
And it is dangerous. I don't know how can they do that.
Yes, they expose their lives. You're talking about extreme sports, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, they are very risky and they don't pay attention about the consequences. They don't care.
Yes.
So which of them would you like to change? And for those, yes, what are your options?
But maybe we can let them. In my case, I will let them, but with more, uh, having more. I, I don't know how to explain that. Like trying to avoid the risk.
Okay, maybe we.
For example, the one that they highlining,
Yes, there's that one.
maybe they can use something that is they if they fall, they will be attached to something.
Yes,
Or maybe to use a parachute, something like that, but no risk of their lives.
or have something under. Yes, that receive them.
Yes, but in
A
that
net.
heights is like if they fall, they die. And about them to ride animal to ride
The ball riding.
yes, like maybe to cover them with something special and use something in their heads with some different um, things to save their lives.
Yes, yes, I understand you. What do you think, Karen and Nadia? Do you agree with Estela? What do you think about extreme sports? Would you like or have you done extreme sport?
I thought that the top five, the only that I said that was that it not could be there is the croquet in the second place.
Okay,
I
cricket.
thought that is most popular the basketball.
Okay, yes, yes, I agree with you. Mhm. Any other one?
No, I think that the all is okay.
And what about the top 10 about extreme sports?
I
What?
think that all that sports are crazy.
Yes, they said, and the person said, it's crazy thing.
Yes, I don't like.
So you never try it.
No, the most extreme that I had done in my life is learn, bueno, aprender a montar en cicla y ir por una bajadita. Eso es lo más extremo que he hecho en mi vida.
Learn to ride bicycle in a hill, down a hill.
Yes, is the most thing the
The
I
cleaner.
yes that I have done in my life.
And what do you think, Nadia?
Teacher, I agree with Karen. I in the fierce sports, I I supreme cricket and I add basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I think is more famous. I don't know. I think the cricket is a play to the royalty,
Okay.
the crown, creo.
Yes, royalty. Yes.
Yes,
The
because
queen and the prince
yes, it's a very elitist play
game.
game.
Mhm.
So I supreme.
No.
The strength sports. Um, I don't know. I like watch when the people practice extreme sports, but I would like practice then. Never.
You wouldn't?
For me, very no. Wouldn't like.
Okay, okay.
For me, is very dangerous, and I am very nervous. So that people is very. I don't remember. Valiente,
Courageous or brave?
courage, or brave, but they are a little locos,
Crazy.
crazy.
Out of
Yes,
mind.
because you have many very brave to do it that the sports.
Yes, a lot of adrenaline.
Yes,
Uh-huh. If you have a good adrenaline, you will be able to do that and be like not only brave, but how do you say determined? Yes, determined is possible.
yes, teacher.
And do you prefer team sports or exercising alone?
You repeat the question, teacher, please.
If you have the opportunity to practice a sport or to do exercise, do you prefer the team sports or exercising alone?
I prefer exercise alone because,
Why?
for example, I remember when I was a child in the school when we must to play volleyball or basketball or football. I was very nervous for the ball. I don't like it.
Ah, okay.
I always me escondía.
Hide?
Hide me because I was afraid if the ball hit me.
Yes, of course.
So when you practice alone, for example, in my case, when I went
Uh-huh.
to the gym, is more is easier and relaxing.
Yes, and you are not depending from any other.
Yes,
If you achieve your aim, it's you are the only one. Yes, there are no others that to find or to accomplish the achievement is depends on in others.
yes, teacher.
Okay, and Stella, what about you? Are you or do you prefer team sports or exercising alone?
As my classmates say,
Uh-huh.
in secondary school, I used to be afraid of that team sports. And also, when we had to play volleyball and basketball, it was like to get qualification for physical education.
Yes.
And then it was hard, and I used to hide from the ball. And I didn't understand how a lot of mates run and get it and jump and wait for the ball, and I used was hide from it. I prefer as I'm doing now, like doing exercise about the
Mm-hmm.
individual.
Yes.
Mm, but I do that for more for health, because I used to hear that, for example, to care about the bones, the best way is to do exercise.
Mm-hmm. And also you can eliminate stress.
Yes, and it's like, we do a lot of things at home, and the time that I decide to go to the gym is like the time that I say, okay, it's my time. I'm doing something for me.
Yeah. Uh-huh. and it's good. I would like to join to the gym, but maybe next year, because I am a sedentary person. I only cycle my bicycle to go to work, no more. The
But
rest,
that is good. That is good. But it's good. Like in my case, I got the routine of like when I drop my daughter to go to the university at 5, then I go to the gym 5 to 6 a.m. If she leaves at 6, I go to the gym 6 to 7, and then it's like I leave and do my exercise and come home to start all my routine.
yes, but sometimes it's not the same. Cycling only for going to work because you are not doing the same exercise that when you are doing relaxed.
It's true.
Yeah. What about you, Karen?
I like both. Say when I was in the high school, I was a bad student in physical education because I don't know my way. I I was a very lazy person. But I tried it, and like in the last grade of high school, I was very good in physical education. Um, and yes, sometimes I enjoy it so much, play with my family or my friends, but sometimes I prefer to make exercise alone. I think it's better.
No, okay, and maybe because the conditions. And I think about the purpose. Yes, because if the purpose is to get a fun and enjoy the moment, it's better doing alone. But
Yes,
if you have a competition and you need the support and help of others, it's better the team sport. Yes,
yes.
so it depends. And what do you think about the behavior or the acting of our fans, especially soccer fans, in the Colombian soccer or football matches?
I think that they are very um, inmaduros
In nature?
immature because it's something stupid because the players of soccer are happy in the stadium and
In the field?
uh, yes, and they are friends and they don't matter about if they won or lose. They have his money for play, but the fans sometimes are very rude and are very se toman las cosas muy a pecho.
Personal, take the things personal.
Yes, and I think that if my favorite team win or no, my life is the same. Then
That's
I
true.
don't know I have to fight or um, make damage at the other persons.
Yes, yes, you're right. What do you say about that, Estela?
I think that behavior is insane.
Mm-hmm.
They are supposed to do that. It's not possible that for that kind of things people die. I don't agree with that.
Yes, that's true. And what about, for example, because it is not only presented in with the football, also in basketball, but it's not the same as or the same frequency, but that in soccer, right? But I think that in many of the games, for example, when they play inclusive tejo or another one, any other sport, they fight, they end fighting or arguing about the results. Yeah. And Nadia, what do you think about that? Do you think that it's because there is not a culture, or just because humans like to behave like this?
I don't know, teacher. The soccer is a very passionate sport. So I consider that no all soccer fan people in Colombia are bad. In general, the young people is most passionate, maybe, but a few are bad. For example, I have a cousin and he is very fan to national,
Mm-hmm.
the team national, and in my family the majority is are Millonarios team.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we don't fighting for our team. Include my cousin has a team. He play every Sunday, and I don't know. Maybe because I like so much the soccer, and I don't like to think the bad people empañe o dañe the the game.
Yes. Also because so I think that is because they like to call the attention. Yes, they are lacking of something in houses or in any aspect. Yes, and the only thing that they try is to call the attention, but they don't see that it is affecting the health or the life of others. No, you don't think so?
Yes, teacher. I maybe it is about our culture because the rules are very blandas. I don't know.
What
Eh,
what what is it?
las reglas no son
The
muy
rules.
fuertes.
The rules are not strong.
Yes, with the barras bravas, for example.
Okay, with the
Because
white
I
rules.
I I hear that hooligans in British,
Mm-hmm.
and they are very dangerous people, but the rules of the governments put attention in that problem, and today the people can assist the games with their families and no problems. So in
No,
Latin
because
America,
they did something. They punished that,
yes, teacher.
and it's
In,
something that in Colombia the government doesn't do.
yes, in Latin America in general,
Okay,
the
okay,
problem is the government.
okay. And do you know about other extreme sports that we played in Colombia?
Yes, teacher, but I don't know how do you say in English. I watch in 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 the show of Piri when
Yes.
the bridge the people I don't know how do you say amarrada por los pies.
Oh, they tie the feet.
Yes, and they jump the bridge only is sujetados of the feet.
Like a bungee jumping.
Yes, teacher, is similar, but I have understand that in Colombia is not no está regulado,
It's
so
not. Okay.
it's more dangerous.
Yes, of course, because the quality of the rope needs to be the best and resist the weight of the person and also the impact.
Yes.
Oh my God. And you, Estela, do you know another extreme sports that we played in Colombia?
Mm, I think like to ride bicycle in hills.
Okay, yes.
I think that one. Also, I don't know how to say that. The parapente,
Okay, it's paragliding.
paragliding. Yes, I did it without knowing.
You did it?
Yes, teacher, it was like someone invited me to one special place and I went, but I didn't know what was happening. And in La Calera, there are places to do that.
Yes.
Then I just took a taxi and went there, and they told me that it was like a barbecue or something, and they sent the taxi to pick me up.
Yeah.
Then I went there. When I reached, I just saw that people were doing that, and then but I thought that I was going to see, and when I saw like someone like take me and start putting me all that things.
Yeah.
And then, as when I realized I was flying, it was terrible, but it was a very nice experience. The
I
hard,
would like to do that.
the hard part is while you live. But I
Ah,
remember that the boy who was, uh, the word is not driving, the person who was in charge,
yeah.
he started running, and someone helped me to push me.
Yeah.
And when I realized I was flying, but it was really nice.
Oh, excellent. I would like to do that before die.
You
It's
know,
one of
like, but I think if they let me choose if I do or I didn't do, I will choose to do not do that.
why why not? I think that is incredible, the sensation of flying. Yes.
Yes, it's very nice.
And of course it is a little scary, but I think that is nice.
The
So
hard part is to aterrizar.
landed.
Yes, that is the hard part because I saw like electricity lines.
Uh-huh. Oh my
And
God.
then I say, what happened if that thing come on it? And
Yes.
then like being there, I couldn't do anything. And also the feeling of landing was so hard. Like what will happen with my legs? But it was perfect. Nothing happened.
Okay, that's nice. And I think that is an unforgettable experience. Yeah.
I will never forget it. No,
Yes,
it's
of
nice.
course. Uh, I would like to do that maybe in 2 or 3 years. I would like to do it. In Sopó there is a part where you can go and do paragliding.
Yes, it's true. But also you can come to Calera and you can tell me.
Yes, maybe yes. You can accompany me.
Yes, teacher.
And Karen, have you ever or do you know another extreme sports here that we do in Colombia? And have you ever done something, Karen? Karen? Oh, Karen. Okay, continue with this. This is my last question for you. And the question is, what do you think is the best sport for you personally? And tell me the reasons.
Hola.
Which
Ya
sport,
funcionó.
which sport do you think is the
A
best
veces se daña.
sport?
Mm, in general or something
Yes,
extreme
in
sport?
general. Not in general, could be or extreme or a normal sport.
Mm, I think that maybe soccer. The soccer is easy and you can play it with all the people that you want.
Okay. Uh-huh. What else?
Maybe the basketball, but I don't like the basketball because I am very unlucky.
Okay, yes.
¿Cómo se dice troncharse los dedos?
Twist.
Yes, then I quiz my fingers very often. Then I don't like to play it.
Okay, that's one of the reasons. Yes, so
Yes,
you continue and you approve the sport soccer. Yes.
yes.
So, okay, Estela.
Yes, teacher.
Which sport do you think is the best to play?
Best to play.
Yes, or to share with friends or family or to
That I used to do, and I like, but only to share with the friends and family is to play basketball, but
okay,
not to win. It's just to enjoy the moment. It's basketball. It's the only that is like close to me.
okay, uh-huh.
That one.
Okay, and yours, Nadia?
Uh, Teacher, for me, the cycling is the best sport around the world because it's free. The people assist and no paid nothing. When we watching the careers, we see the most beautiful landscapes. Also the sports, the I don't know, the cycling sports, or the sportmans are more how do you say, kind, maybe more kind and humildes
Mean,
than meet
mean.
mean that soccer players. They
Okay,
are very good people, and I don't know. For me, the cycling is the best sport.
okay, okay. Those are your reasons, and you understand why. Yes, and it is okay. Yes, it's correct because it's your opinion. Yes. In my case, I think that could be possible swimming. Swimming is a good sport. You can do it free, but you can pay for that if you do it as a free time activity. Um, and it's a good exercise for your body, and everybody can do it. For example, if the person has a problems with their spine or any part of their bodies, swimming doesn't affect it. Yes. Also, you work all your muscles. Yes. You can relax at the same time, and the contact with the water is something different. Yes, it's it's my opinion. Okay, my ladies, today we have just finished the class. For the next class, that is next Thursday, we are going to talk about technology. Okay, so think about technology in our lives. When do we use it? Why do we use it? And some advantages or disadvantages that we can get from the use of the technology. Okay, and I'll try to send you the activity guide for the last exam from today to Thursday. I'm trying to do it as fast as possible, but it would be before on Friday. Okay. Remember that the 8th of May is our final exam, and next Thursday we are going to decide which is going to start first, and then. Okay, so we are going to create the schedule for that.
Yes, teacher. I have to say something. Because my this Thursday I can stay because my summer G
Ah,
will
your
be that day. Yes, because my father the last time he talked with the doctor and said that for was for be my birthday, uh, they he put for the next Thursday, and the next Thursday is this Thursday. Then I won't stay.
And what time do you have your surgery?
It's in the afternoon, teacher.
Oh my. In the afternoon, and you are not able to be in the class from 10:30?
Yes, I am not sure because they have to cut in my mouth. Then
Uh-huh.
maybe